I believe the elections are all rigged now. In the last local elections, immigrants who had just arrived in this country were bussed around from one polling booth to another and given not one, but two papers. One for the local elections and one for the European elections, even though they had no entitlement to vote in the European elections. And bizarrely, for a day when there were supposed to be two elections, in each polling centre there was only one ballot box. Isn't that very strange? Who decided that? When I was a child, my father was very interested in politics. He was never a member of a political party, but he knew his history and he knew his politics, and he was fascinated. He drove a mail car and he spent his whole day talking to people about these things. But on the day of an election, I always went up to meet him when he finished work at about 7:30, and we went up to the polling booth together. And I would hang around and he would be talking to everybody. And within 10 minutes after the polling booths closed, a convoy would come up the town of army jeeps and a squad car or two. And a number of soldiers would come out with rifles, and then they would carry out the ballot boxes out of the polling centre and take them to the count centre in Roscommon under armed guard. That was to protect the chain of custody. Do you want to know what happens now? One man in a white van takes them home with him and brings them in the morning. That's what happens. Our country is utterly corrupt.